All right, let's talk about power generation and power storage. Since JuiceBox requires a 12-volt battery, just for the sake of this conversation, let's say that you're going on an extended adventure. If you have your fridge or light bar, you need to have a high capacity battery that's built into the bed of your truck. And the one that we sell is an Epoch battery. It's a 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate. Really cool thing. The reason why I chose it for our battery is it has self-heating and Bluetooth built into it. So self-heating is super important because the bed of your truck is not heated. It's not like an RV where you can actually condition it. And you can't really charge a battery in the cold. And so this will actually use some of the power from the battery itself in order to warm it up to a level to where it can accept a charge. The app is killer, where you can actually see your live power draw and also your solar input. So I guess that's the next thing to talk about, is how do you charge this thing? So there's kind of two different options that people use. One is solar panels that you can put on the roof of your camper. We offer an ultralight, ultra thin panel that is 120 watts. They're only like 10 pounds a piece, and they route in through waterproof cable glands underneath the bed. And these are actually our solar input cables right here. Let's get the power plate, because this is our solar charger. So from the back of power plate, the cables route in, go to our solar charger, and then this wire mess here is actually how we route power to charge our battery. Now the second option that we have to charge is our DC to DC charger. And this just means that we're going from, well, a 12 volt DC source to another 12 volt DC source. And so this is drawing power actually from the battery, your main starting battery of your truck. And these kind of come in a couple different flavors. You can either connect it to your alternator or to your battery. The one that we chose connects to your battery, and it turns on when your battery is actually above 13 volts. So it's not going to drain your battery to charge this one when your car is off, but once your alternator turns on, it will turn on the DC to DC charger and flow current through and charge the battery in the bed of your truck. Now, all the wiring in here, we've tried to make as clean as possible. We actually use our cable guides to cover up the wire that runs power to JuiceBox, and then also to run power over to your battery. If you don't have a built-in drawer system like this, we definitely recommend strapping this down to one of the anchors in the bed of your truck so your battery isn't rolling around. Let's talk about some of the specs here. So we said this guy is 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate. Even if you don't get a battery from us, make sure to get a lithium iron phosphate. They can do up to 3,000 charge cycles. It's kind of what everyone's using these days. Our solar charger can receive up to 20 amps, which would charge this battery in no time, in like 5 hours. So it's more than enough current. Same thing with the DC to DC charger. We also include, so let's actually get to what is power plate. That's a great question. Power plate is basically where we put all of our different charging options and a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter. This guy turns on and draws very minimal current when there's nothing attached to it. So you don't have to worry about having to turn this thing off if you're worried about draining your battery. Has two plugs on the side. It actually shows you your live power draw. I've actually tested this with up to 1,200 watts. And it works totally fine. So power plate, we will install all these wires and accessories for you. So the goal of all this is I always have this battery charged. So right now it's sunny out. I'm charging this thing from the sun, but the car is not running. Let's imagine that tomorrow it's overcast and I'm on a road trip. I'm still charging my battery from my DC to DC charger. So you really are charging your battery at all times, making sure for those extended adventures that you have the power you need to power all of your accessories. One thing to note is that we aren't currently offering installation from your DC to DC charger to your battery of your truck. That's something that you guys will have to tackle on your own as a DIY project.